point of this video is to show you that you have to start thinking of yourself in an extremely positive light, right? And it may not even be like hyperbolistically positive, like delusional, but just saying like you gotta recognize where you're at, and you're probably underappreciating where you're at, and that is causing you massive issues that you could just avoid by actually having a more accurate, positive perspective about yourself. So, I'm gonna prove that via this story, right? And I may have even talked about this in another video. So, this is like extra detail that was not in the other video and updated stuff from more recent times. But a few weeks ago, out at a Jersey Club event, right? Jersey clubs where they had the movers and the shakers at it. You know what I'm talking about. A whole lot of clapping and I ain't talking using hands, right? So, out at the Jersey Club event, this night, went out solo for a number of reasons. We won't even get into that too much for this video. But out solo, as I am often, at the Jersey Club event. And I kind of knew there were going to be movers and shakers. I know the demographic for that event is quite different than a number of the other events I go to, but trying to switch it up, right? Get them all. Got to catch them all, right? Anyways, I'm out there at the event. It is, which also at these events, a large number of attractive females, period. Just going to say it straight and plain. That's what it is. So I'm out there at this event this night on the prowl, looking around. End up starting a conversation with a couple girls. Doesn't go very far. Try another couple. Doesn't go very far. See this one girl out alone. Start talking to her. It's going well. It's going well. We then go downstairs. Oh, let's check it out downstairs. Then we're walking down together, right? Another sign of it going well. Get downstairs. Talking. And like I said, this night on the prowl, turning up the temperature. Turning up the dial, right? Putting it out there, so to speak. Start doing that. The little giggle. You should stop. I was like, oh, I'm gonna stop for like 5 seconds. And then I was like in my mind, like, all right. And then after that, I'm gonna come back way harder. Like the like stop for 5 seconds. I did not interpret it as like I am not enjoying this, but almost like a little like playful thing. Right, and that is the vibe that I wanted to keep it in as well. It's like, okay, I'll take a little pause, and then I'm gonna come back hard, and then we can take a little pause, and then, right. So kind of those little ups and downs built into it, the little moments of energy. So pop that in, and then she walks off. Right, like before the 5 seconds is up, she walks off. Which like didn't really understand. 'Cause like I said, the interaction was going well, but I was just like, okay, whatever. And I think I like started to say something else, but walked off. So all right, still on my thing, talk to other people, dancing, vibing out, all that stuff. She ends up walking directly like in front of me, by me a couple of times. First is like the hot girl walk. Then it was like she was standing like in front of like this fan, like hair was blowing back. It looked like Beyonce in that one music video a long time ago. I think it was Bootylicious, baby. But if you know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, you can probably look it up and find out if you are so inclined. But like did that a few times that night, and the thing was like. There were a couple times she walked by. I even said something to like attempt to try and start it back up. It wasn't like super strong though. Of like, let me stop and talk to you. Like, but it was like a little one liner. Threw it out there, and the thing is though, also when she went away, I saw later on. I didn't just like immediately follow her like but was down where I was at, still on the first floor. Then went up to the second floor. For whatever reason, maybe first floor got boring, maybe wanted to see what was going on up there, would it change, but go up there and then see her dancing with this other dude. Like, she throwing that thing back, right? And like, so I was just like, oh, okay, well, cool for her. And like, he probably got it easy because I warmed it up. But not even. I was just like, all right, whatever. But the point is, like, at at the end of that night, or as I reflected back on those interactions, my thought was like, man, there was something I did or said or a vibe I put out that she didn't really like me. Fast forward like 3 weeks later, I'm out with a female friend, platonic female friend. But I wanted to make sure I was like being attentive to her while I was out with her. So in my mind, it was like, okay, I'm not going to go after other women because they'll leave her alone. If I see someone I know, I will introduce them to her. That way, like, bring another person into the fun, but not going to be prowling, right? We go to a Jersey Club event. She and I, again, standing next to each other dancing, not like on each other though. Like I said, platonic. In there for a little bit, I don't know, maybe 30, 45 minutes, whatever. End up seeing these two women come and sit down to the right of me. So it's like me, a table, like me, table to my right, and then they're sitting like here at the edge where there's like the in-wall seating, right? As opposed to like the little chairs on the other side of the table. The in the booth seat, right? And they're the only, like, those two women sitting there, the only two in the entire venue that are not dancing, right? Like, everyone else is literally standing up. They're the only two that are sitting down, right? Like, everyone else is up. And pretty much everyone that is up is moving in some way, shape, or form. So the only two sitting there, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. That's a little odd. I'm like, I guess you're not an energetic night for you. Like, or maybe you didn't realize there was gonna be movers and shakers here, so you see the shaking going on, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is ungodly. Like, but the point is, right? See, I'm sitting down there. 30 minutes goes by, whatever, still doing my thing. Every once in a while, the female friend of mine will like venture off a little bit, go on a little like mini side quest, and like that's fine with me because we're just friends. I'm not jealous. I'm happy for her, if and when she does. Did also, and like a little bit of time goes by, but then I noticed like I felt like one of the women over there is kind of looking at me, right? And I feel like I'd seen it a little bit earlier, but it's coming back. So I like look over a little bit, make a little eye contact, but then like again, I'm not prowling, so just keep it brief. But more to like assess, like, why are they still saying it? And then I realized like, oh my gosh, this was the same woman from earlier a few weeks ago at like a similar type of event. We were playing similar music, very niche, but similar music. And she happened to choose the seat closest to me in the entire venue. And is staring my ass down like a hawk. And again, my thought from examining the past interaction with her multiple weeks earlier was like, man, I did something wrong to mess it up. But in this second interaction, with this new information, my thought was, she clearly remembers who I was. Like, I did not recognize her. I did not remember from the few weeks ago initially, but she clearly did, and she clearly chose to choose the seat closest to me in the entire venue, and clearly chose to be one of the few people not dancing at that time. It's like, oh, these are not just coincidences. And having that extra information the second time made me rethink the events of the first time. Like, maybe she was having so much fun, it was so good that like it needed a little break, need to step away, or got a little nervous. And that it wasn't really about me doing something wrong. It was about me being such a great option that's what was causing what I deemed odd behavior that I was seeing. So the point of all of this is that if I would have seen myself in that greater light the first time, I would have reacted differently to the signs and the signals the first time, and probably would have had a better result because of it. So save yourself the shortcut of messing up, potentially rarely seeing the person sometime later, and then having more information from the sometime later that you didn't plan, just happenstanced, and then getting that new information and realizing that, oh wow, in the beginning I was wrong. And if I had just come in thinking a little bit better of myself, feeling like I was really that dude that when I lay it on, it sticks in a way that is memorable, and then you miss out on like all the heartache and angst and everything else that I went through. But that's why I'm sharing it, so that it helps you. So I hope this finds you well. Take care, and I love you.